Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, another edition of a little show about big things. Today is Wednesday, the 25th of June, and we're all into summer, man. Hot, muggy, looks like it's going to rain today, but we'll talk a little bit more about that later on today. We got a great show lined up for you today. But before we do that, check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, all our friends, men and women in the military, and all our veterans. Thank you for fighting for our country. And especially dedicated to people like you who take the time and watch the show Monday through Friday at noon. Now, you're coming live for the very first time on the Tony Ocean Show Facebook page. We're on the Mocararo Facebook page. We're on LinkedIn. We're on X. And we're on YouTube. Also, we're on the Ocean's Pit Facebook page. All 4 or 5 different ways you can watch the show. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday at noon. And coming on today at about 12:35, right after the weather, an old friend, Frank Marone, is in the house, folks. And, of course, he owns Dumpster to the Rescue, junk removal. And it's going to be very cool, man. And he's going to talk about, remember, supporting local establishments, buy local, shop local. That's what it's about. It's showtime. Ocean's Pit. Let's go to work. Thank you very much, Richie from Seventh Heaven, for that great little intro. Guys, Ocean's Pit, Wednesday. We're ready, and we're having fun. I want to thank my co-host yesterday, Carol Brandolino, and she'll be back tomorrow for Toxic Thursday. Also, tonight we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle. That's a 7:30 hit. Me and Double T, Tony Toto outside. We got not outside, but they got the patio open. Be a lot of fun. Tomorrow will be Ocean's Rat Pack, tribute to Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Sammy Davis Jr. You know that. That's me as Dean Martin, Bill Saratella as Frank Sinatra, Elliot Winbush as Sammy Davis. We'll be at the concert in the park in Burr Ridge tomorrow from 7 to 8:30. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg with Double T, Tony Toto. And Saturday, during the day from 12 to 1, we're going to be at the National Grill event for Ace Hardware at the Norwich location. Now, they're going to be grilling brats, burgers, hot dogs, all that free stuff, and great deals of Ace Hardware. That's Tony Ocean Live from 12 to 1 in the parking lot. And then Saturday night at 7 o'clock, we'll be at Johnny's Kitchen and Tap in Glenview. Busy week, busy stuff. So let's get right to our sponsor, folks. We're talking about the one and only Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local with 2 brand new locations. Besides Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, Mesa, Arizona. How about Fox River Grove, Illinois, and now Richmond, Illinois? Get a free 5-amp-hour battery, $290 value, and save an additional for $100 when you buy an Eagle lawnmower model. Overall, that's $399 savings, plus free assembly and delivery. Or save $30 and get a free 2.5-amp-hour battery. That's a $179 value when you buy either a 16-string trimmer or a 765 leaf blower. Less noise, less maintenance, and all Ego batteries are compatible with all Ego products. Buy 3 Ace pleated basic furnace filters. Buy 1 and get 1 free. That's enough to get you going for the full year. And don't forget to tell them to grill your Ace off at your local Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Now, I've been updating on my mom. My mom is 85. Pretty healthy, lives alone in Elmwood Park, doesn't drive. I go see her once or twice a week, groceries and all that stuff she got to do. My sister does it the other time. After you get to a certain age, you start to feel a little tired all the time. We brought her into the doctor. Doctor said she might have lupus, but that wasn't the case. And then we took her for x-rays. Looks like she might have some blockage. Yesterday, we took her for a stress test. And my doctor said, her doctor, Sorrento's on River Forest, said, and he's was not too happy, did not want her to take any of those shots in 2020. She took 3, unfortunately, the only one in the family. And her doctor seems to blame this sickness now on this shot, which some people are having these problems, whether or not, I don't know. Even my doctor, Alexian brother, said the same thing. But we're going to see. Hopefully we'll get the results, and hopefully it won't be open heart surgery or anything like that. Fingers crossed for Mama C on that end. So, yeah. As I get older, my dad died at 58. Old Italian, never took care of himself, had the best insurance in the world working for Ganella, but just never went to the doctor. Yeah, it's a cold. I'll get over it. My dad died quick at 58, so never really got a chance to enjoy life. And that's what sucks. It's important to enjoy life as much as you can, man, because it is crazy, man. Hey, all right, so let's see who's watching today. As you know, we get about maybe between 800 to 1,000 listeners a day. There's Mary, how you doing? Helen Tenuta, Marty Malarkey from McCormick Place. I hope you're Patrice, former Chicago Honey Bear. Brian, how you doing? Yvette, Vince from Monday, how you guys all doing? Welcome to Ocean Spit. Patrice, former Chicago Honey Bear, might find this interesting because she was a Honey Bear, of course, and some of her girlfriends with the Chicago Bears. Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. They're making $15 an hour. They were making $15 an hour. Now, starting the new season in 2026, they're going to a 40% raise. Now, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders will be making $75 an hour. They went from $15 an hour to $75 an hour. The Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders in 2026. That's a 40% raise. As crazy as it is. And I wish the Bears would bring back the Honey Bears. I'm not a Bears fan. Me, I'm a New York Giants. I love them. But anyway, it would be good not only to get that up again, but it'd be good for the city of Chicago. $75 an hour to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. David, how you doing? Danny, what's up, buddy? Richard, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Right, Patrice? $75 an hour now for the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. And we're thinking about, we were talking about the Chicago Honey Bears cheerleaders and stuff like that, and old stuff that happened around Chicago, stuff that's not there no more. How about old Chicago? I think I might have went there once because my dad never took me to any of those places. We didn't go to, we went to Kittyland in Elmwood Park. That was about the extent of it, and we didn't go too often. But old Chicago, man, started in 1975. It was in Bolingbrook. It was an amusement park, and they had all the great bands. And, of course, they closed in March of 1980. I don't know how many people remember going to old Chicago and seeing bands and everything like that. Dennis from Lake Geneva, what's up, buddy? Richard Hamlin, what's up, pal? Old Chicago, you can't beat that. Used to love those places. Just old school, which I love a lot. Okay, what do we got here? I'm trying to look at some of my notes and make sure, because sometimes I write shit down so fast that I don't. Harvey Weinstein, this piece of garbage, folks, went to jail. Look, 3 degrees of rape was found as a mistrial on that. So that case, that thing was dropped. But they 1 count of rape right now, that was guilty for. I don't know how much more they're going to have on Harvey Weinstein, the big movie producer. We know all that. Sandra Argento, how are you doing, my good friend? Another piece of shit. Him, Epstein, Diddy, Cosby, all these guys should get what they deserve. And Weinstein should go to jail. Absolutely. And that's all there is to it. Las Vegas, again, is opened up another giant hotel. And right now, a lot of the hotels and resorts in Las Vegas now are dropping the resort fee because they're losing business. A lot of people are not going out there. But the Sphere, however you pronounce it, huge. I don't know, billions of dollars they made to build this brand new casino. They even brought in the Wizard of Oz and Wicked. They're doing some stuff over there that's going to be there. Starting August 28th. Wow. $80 million to bring in the Wizard of Oz Wicked theme to the Sphere Hotel. And that's going to bring in people, that's for sure. One thing I didn't like, it's going to be interesting to see. I think more parents will come and just bring the kids there and go gamble and lose all their college money and stuff like that, So I don't know. And then Disney. Yeah, Disney's up and down. A lot of background. We're going to talk a little bit more tomorrow with Carol Bandolino on it because it's about the kids and the trafficking. We don't know all the stuff that Disney's going on. But one thing I don't like about Disney, folks. Now, my daughter Gianna loves Disney. They try to go once a year, her and her friends. And there's people that love it, and there's people that can't stand it. What I don't like about Disney, folks, they took all and through the park is huge. They took down all the American flags in Disney Park. No more American flags. That's what I'm talking about. How many people, and it just goes to show you that they don't like America either, just like the former political party that we had. Why do you get, this is where kids are. This is an all-American place, Disney World, Disneyland. Millions of people go there for vacations and take their kids and all like that. But they want to take down all the American flags. Why? You can have everybody else's flag if you want, but not the main one. You're in this country. It's the American flag. This is Disney, man. Just crap that drives me nuts, and it's just nuts. It really is. Now, me, Italian. My real name, is Maurizio Carrara. If you don't know, it's Tony Ocean, actually a stage name. And they all have these different myths with the Italians. Now, I don't know if you guys out there ever know. No flag won't go, right, David? Dad, Dennis, New York elected a socialist that stated he would arrest the prime minister of Israel if he came to New York. Well, there you go, Dennis. Susan, how are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Karen, a happy hump day to you. And thank you for watching Ocean's Pit. All right, so this is more of I was from Lucca, Tuscany. I'm a Toscano. I speak Italian. There's different, things that customs we used to do. But I never heard of this one. This is from people that from southern Italy. They place a broom at the front door. It's saying it's time to go. So I guess if there's someone at the house that not wanted there or was only there for a little bit to visit, blah, 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 they will take the broom, like the mother will take the broom or something like that and put it at the front door, which means these people got to go. Now, I don't know if didn't happen in my house. I didn't have a lot of people coming to my house, and my mother didn't let anybody in, my friends and all, but, that's basically it. She's old school. Sandra, I don't know why they would take down the American flag. I don't know half of the things that Disney's doing. Ryan Lewis, hoping to see you tonight at Rosario's. Do some dancing, brother. Ricky, what's up, buddy? So, yeah, that's interesting to see if you have any of those things, customs or myths with different dialects, and this is what the Italians are. Yeah, so interesting, right? I want to tell you something now. Father's Day, passed a couple of weeks ago. And I have 5 stepchildren. Laura was married once and had 5 kids, and they're my stepkids. And I try to spend much time as I can. They're older. All of them are out of the house except Gianna. She's still at home for now. But you try to be with your kids, try to be with your family as much as you can. With me working every night, I'm missing a lot of things, or I'm only here for like 25 minutes or an hour for any of the parties or anything because I have to go to work. But this dad took it another step, which I have to give kudos to this father. This dad booked 6 flights just to be near his daughter. She's a stewardess, an airline, what do you call them now? Stewardess. Yeah, I don't even know what the names are anymore. But they wouldn't be together on Christmas. So for 6 years in a row, he booked a flight so he could be with her daughter on Christmas, just to spend a little time with that. Pretty cool, actually. I mean, this is a father going over and above, spending Christmas on the plane while she's working, but they're still together. Pretty cool on the dad's part to pull stuff like that. There's Jerry Jams Renda. Jerry, look forward to seeing you tomorrow in Burridge, pal. Absolutely. Dennis, what Disney has also left us, ABC News. Yeah, they sure are. Absolutely. I don't know. Interesting. Now, guys, don't forget now, before we got my good buddy Frank Marone coming up, the dumpster rescue. with his company there. It's kind of cool what they do. They come and take junk from you. I didn't realize they'll take decks down, they'll take pools down, they'll take gazebos down. If you want to get rid of them and you need really get a junk, this is it, man. They clean up a lot of stuff, dumpster rescue. And Frank will be on about 12:34. We'll talk about his business. Boyd, how about trying to bring folks together? Man, Boyd, I wish, pal. I really do wish that we could somehow try to bring close people together. And since 2020, since the whole COVID thing, I think we've been more separated than ever in my lifetime. And I wish we could all get back together. So good point there, Boyd. Fingers crossed. We'll see. Here's something that I've heard, be performing in bars and restaurants. I've been getting people telling me, Tony, how come these certain places are adding certain things to the bill or a cover charge? Now, there's been cover charges for years, mostly in rock bars and stuff like that. Not too many. There's never been cover charges where I'm working at, but restaurants are doing things a little different now. Couple reasons. All right. For example, let's take a couple of spots. Now, I know that a lot of restaurants are putting entertainment fees for the entertainer. Restaurants now are putting a living wage of 18% on the end of your bill, like for the entertainers, to help pay the payroll for the entertainers. It makes sense. Some people are putting a 2-drink minimum. Some people are putting, you have to spend $25 per person. Here's the thing that gets it, folks. These restaurants have to make money. People come in sometimes to our shows in general, not just mine, but all bars or restaurants who have shows. If there's no cover charge, what they'll end up doing, some people, unfortunately, they'll sit there and they might not eat. They'll sit there for 4 hours or 3 hours at the bar, not eat anything. They won't drink anything. And the bar's not making any money. So now the bars are forced to put a 2-drink minimum, or you have to spend $25 per person, or putting this entertainment fee on there because they're making for the money they're losing on the booze or food. I can't tell people what to do. I've been very lucky with my audience. They do go out, they do drink. Some people can't drink because of their health or whatever it is, or they don't want to drink because they're driving. There's also non-alcoholic booze that you can have. You must want to order something because the bars aren't going to have it anymore. And if that stops happening, then there won't be entertainment anymore. And then people like us end up losing our jobs as well. So a lot of restaurants are starting to do this now. And it's something that's happening, folks. It's been happening slowly and slowly and slowly, but it does work. This will get if you don't want to drink, then, get 2 non-alcoholic beers or do something to keep the restaurant happy. That makes the people and then the entertainers can keep playing. And if not, it's going to be a lot of problems. Ryan, ceasefire Iran, hope stops, killed 34 people. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about that. Entertainment fee. Thank you, Jerry. Some people are calling it an entertainment fee. Some people are calling a living wage to help pay for their staff, their crew, besides the entertainment. This is something completely different. Some of these restaurants don't have entertainment, and they're still putting this $18 because some people don't even leave a 20% tip. Now, you should have a 15 to 20. I always put 20% or more. That's just me because I'm in the industry. But some people don't do that. Some people say, well, I'm not going to give a 20% tip unless it's over the top great. Folks, this is how these guys and girls make a living. They have kids. They have families to support. If you don't tip, what's the point? It's just not right. It needs to be done. So let's hope people can do that. Take care of your servers. They're working hard. They really are, and it's important. Speaking of political, just a little thing here on Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen. The Democratic vote was appealed to try to impeach President Donald Trump. Donald Trump won the victory, 344 to 79. This is a Republican politician trying to get President Trump impeached. Well, they lost, folks. It's not going to happen. They lost big time, 344 to 79. So ain't going to happen, folks. I think what he's doing, some people are going to like Trump, some people don't, but it is what it is. Let's talk about another quick sponsor, folks. We're talking about real estate now. Real estate is important. and we own. And if we can get to it right here, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find this. Everything's moving a little slow today on the computer. There it is. Mary Grievous, folks, right, for all your real estate needs. Don't just call me when you're ready to buy or sell. Contact me when you're considering buying or selling. She's your forever agent, Mary Grievous at mgrievousstarkre.com, or give her a call at 630-688-1725. Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate, available to buyers, sellers for sale by owners, and expired listings. And not only does she do real estate, ladies and gentlemen, but she also does NTD Vacations. And when you talk about NTD Vacations, you're talking about the Chicago Music Cruise. Now, we already did one. We did two. We've already done two with the greatest band out of the city of Chicago, Seventh Heaven, and the Tony Ocean Band. Now, we did one just past March on the Royal Caribbean. We did one last January in the Royal Caribbean. Now we're going to try something completely different. That's right. It's going to happen again, January 17th through January 25th. Another Chicago Music Cruise 2026. Now, it's a brand new ship. It's the MSC World America. Beautiful, brand new ship. Everything spanking new. It's owned by a private Italian family. It's going to be a 7-night Western Caribbean cruise, folks. It's going to kick off in Miami this time instead of Fort Lauderdale. Then we're going to go to Honduras. We're going to go to Costa Maya. We're going to go to Cozumel, Costa Rica, Ocean Cay, which is a private island owned by World America. You can join us January 17th to January 25th. Very simple. Seventh Heaven, Tony Ocean and the Main Event Band, and we got a couple other bands will be joining us. We'll be making that announcement as we get closer to takeoff in January. Go to chicagomusiccruise.com, put in Tony Ocean, or better yet, pick up the phone and call Mary at 630-688-1725 and say, I want to go on the ocean with Ocean, folks. Now, listen, it's January. Flights to Florida is cheap. You know that. All in, tax, all whatever they have to do, about $1,100 a person for this cruise for 7 days. And this is for a balcony. If you don't want the balcony, I think you go into between $700 to $800 for a room without a balcony. You can't beat it. It's a great deal. Chicago Music Cruise 2026. I'm excited about that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we have a lot of fun on these cruises, whether you like cruises or not, folks. We have fun on these cruises. All right. What else we got coming up? Now, next Tuesday, Ocean's Rat Pack will be in Kenosha, Wisconsin for Steins and Stogies. It's a festival outside where there'll be a bunch of beer vendors and cigars and et cetera, et cetera. Ocean's Rat Pack from 7 to 8:30 in Kenosha on January. July 16th will be a Pronto's in Glendale Heights. Me and Double T Tony Toto. That's outside patio. On the 24th, we'll be at the Positano's. Now, you know we always play the one in Oak Brook, one Thursday a month. But they opened a brand new one in Wheaton. So me, Lisa P., and Jerry Jams will be at the one in Wheaton, Illinois, Positano's on July 24th. July 26th, we're going back to one of my favorite places in Melrose Park, folks. Voted the #1 patio in the suburbs of Chicago. We're talking about Taverna on Division on July 26th. I can't get this cruise out of my head. That's why. So it's busy. You know the website. You know where we're working. We lost how many entertainers, musicians? Rick Derringer, Pete Yarrow from Peter, Paul, and Mary. They're dropping. And we just lost Bobby Sherman. Now, you might remember Bobby Sherman, the Julie, 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 do you love me? Or easy come and easy go. It was all over Teen Beat in the 70s with Donny Osmond, David Cassidy, Bay City Rollers. Bobby Sherman dies at the age of 81 years old. Brian Wilson, we just lost last week from the Beach Boys. Sad. It really is sad. All these great entertainers are going. There is Gina. Hello, Gina. How are you doing? Gina, I forgot to mention happy birthday to your cousin yesterday. I forgot to mention it, so happy birthday to your cousin. There's Mary with all the information there. Badfinger. Oh, yeah, Joey Molland passed away too. Thank you, Jerry, from Badfinger. So Bobby Sherman has passed at the age of 81 years old. Sad when you're seeing all these great entertainers coming up. Right after the weather, folks, we've got my buddy Frank Marone is beyond. He runs a Dumpster to the Rescue, Dumpster Rescue, junk removal. He'll be talking about his company and what's going on with him. So it'd be exciting because we love promoting establishments. Buy local, shop local. That's what it's about. All right, 20 types of people you cannot be friends with. Here it is, folks. I'm not going to give you all 20. We're going to give you the top 10. Top 10 of people you cannot be friends with. Number 10, judges your life without knowing the details. Number 9, uses you only for their benefit. Number 8, lies effortlessly, even about small things. Number 7, gossips about you behind your back. Number 6, laughs at your pain, not jokes. Betrays trust like means nothing, which number 5. Number 4, disappears when you need them the most. Number 3, competes with you, not supports you. Number 2, brings drama where there is peace. And the number 1 thing, always talks, never cares to listen. Oh, boy. You got to be careful with people, folks, these days, and it's sad. That kind of stuff when you got friends like that. Santa Barbara, California. Kathy, it was great seeing you last week, my dear friend. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Jerry, that's right. Joey Mullen did die at the age of 77. All right, 6 rules for men. Now, I don't know if it's all men. This is someone send me this, so just relax. 6 rules for men. We'll start with number 6. Keep your secrets and financial status private. Others might misuse them. Number 6. Number 5, never reconnect with cheaters or backstabbers. Woo! Number 4, invest time and money in yourself, not on unworthy people. Number 3, learn to live alone. People around you can change or leave at any time. How true. Number 2, don't introduce your partner to family and friends till the relationship is solid. Very important. And number 1, I don't know how this became number 1, but they say never trust anyone completely, especially a crying woman. Okay, don't kill the messenger, folks. All right, thank you, Ray from Wakanda that sent that in. Thank you, Ray, for sending. Ray sends me some stuff every now and then. All right, what else we got here? These celebrities and people do things to make themselves look younger or make themselves look better or whatever it is, whether it's Botox, hair, teeth, whatever. Celebrities are injecting salmon sperm into their faces for anti-aging, and the science actually checks out. You can't make this shit up, folks. Salmon sperm facials have recently gone viral as the newest celebrity anti-aging trend. And surprisingly, the science supports the excitement. The treatment caught spotlight when Jennifer Aniston shared it in 2023. Also, Kim Kardashian. How they're getting those baby fakes, folks? Salmon sperm. For you fishermen out there, grab a salmon when you catch one. Let it go, and there you go. And you're going to look so much healthier. I can't imagine what they're charging. It's got to be disgusting, right, Gina? You can't make this shit up, folks. Yeah, well, if Kim Kardashian did it and Jennifer Aniston is do these celebrities swim in their pools unstreamed? Eric Todd, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Thanks, Ray, for all the tips. Thanks, Ray. There you go, David. Yeah. Gee, how much salmon? I would. First of all, I don't know how much they produce. Good one. I should have looked up what they charge, because I don't know why anybody would even think of doing that. Not like we're, hey, let's go do this. That's insane. Insane. But celebrities do a lot of crazy shit, right? They get their butts done. They get this done. They get that. They have the money. I guess what it is. Someday we can come out looking really good, and some of them could end up looking really bad. Wayne Newton, Kenny Rogers. There was a lot of entertainers there that stuff to their face. They don't even look like them anymore. Kathy said some of that my work had that done. Well, Kathy, you might want to ask them how much it cost to get salmon sperm put on your face to make yourself look younger. Useless information here today on Ocean Spit. Dick Sayed, the alderman of Des Plaines, is watching. Dick, look forward to seeing you on Friday. Need pens, gift cards, and pens. That's what we're collecting. This is the Alderman Dick Sayers pens. Comes in different colors. Thank you, Alderman. All right, so interesting. Also, we lost another actress. Now, some people might not remember Lynn Hamilton. If you used to watch Sanford and Son, she was Donna. She was Fred Sanford's girlfriend. Donna, I love you. You know, Red Fox, Sanford and Son, one of my favorite shows. Big Ugly Dummy, you know, with Lamont and everything. Anyway, Lynn Hamilton died. She played Donna. She played other parts on TV shows, but that's the one she was most famous for. Jeff, you're back. Hello, outside of Dallas on my way home. We'll be home Saturday. All right, Jeff. We got to hook up for a cocktail before you take off again. Jeff ended his tour with the Spanish Justin Bieber, and he's going to be home for a couple days, and then he's going to be taking off again. So Jeff will have to come back on again and tell us his new adventure on the road trip with another band he's going to be going out with. Jerry, generally you can expect to pay between $500 and $800 per session for a salmon sperm. All right, guys, write this down. Write this down. Bleaching for those so vain. Oh, yeah, some of them get their thing. Yeah, their ass, whatever. There you go. Boy, they get that dyed too. I mean, what's wrong with this world? What happened to just dyeing the hair? You know, I mean, crazy. Is it nuts? Joanne Lulo, how are you doing, my friend? It's time for the weather. And right after the weather, folks, Frank Marone will be joining us. So it's time for the JRC Ace Hardware Minute Weather, brought to you by the JRC Ace Hardware Store. The weather today for Wednesday, June 25th, it's 77 degrees right now. It feels like it's 81. I was out fishing this morning, just caught 3 bluegill. That's it. Hot out there, folks. Looks like it's going to 82% humidity right now, 3-mile-an-hour winds. And we're looking at 20% chance of rain between 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock today. And that is the weather brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Tonight we'll be at Rosario's, folks. Let's get another sponsor in before we bring in my buddy Frank. Landscaping. We've got them all, folks, and we all have great sponsors to our show. And if you want to be a sponsor, we can talk because we can get you some great deals. Let's talk about one of my favorites, Jack Vanna Landscaping. They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring, fall, bed cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design service, installation, servicing the North Shore for 50 years. That's Jack Vanna Landscaping. Call Tommy at 847-432-5266 and tell him Tony O sent you. And they'll give you great deals. All our sponsors here on Ocean's Pit, Monday through Friday at noon. All right. So, like I said, on Wednesdays, we try to have guests on Wednesdays and Fridays. And we're trying to do once a week, if we can, highlight local establishments. Last Wednesday, we had Julie on from the Backyard Barn Marina, a restaurant right on the water on the chain of lakes, which, by the way, we performed there on last Sunday. Hot. But anyway, so she was on. So we'd like to highlight different people who have special businesses. And this is something, ladies and gentlemen, that everybody can use, and they can. And it's important because everybody's looking to get rid of their junk, take down decks, take down gazebos, take down pools, junks, whatever it is. We got Frank Marone in the house. Frank, how you doing, buddy?
Great, Tony. Nice to see you, buddy.
Nice to see you too, pal. All right, Frank, let's get right to it before we talk about stuff. Frank, where were you born, buddy?
I was born in Bensenville, Illinois.
Bensenville, Illinois. There you go. Okay, Bensenville it is. Frank, you come from a big family, buddy?
I do. Most, half of them are here, half are still in Italy. I did just recently lose my parents, but
I'm so sorry about that, buddy.
Well, thank you. But what a life they gave me, and everything that I have and everything that I'm doing now is actually for what they did for me. So, but yeah, I have a lot of cousins, aunts, uncles. Yeah, pretty nice big family. So it's nice when we have the get-together.
Frank, when you got together, growing up in an Italian family, mother, father, brothers, whatever, chaos, right? It's always chaos. It's a lot of fun and a lot of jabbing and a lot of making fun with stuff. But for some of the people, and I have different people on from different types of nationalities and stuff like that. What was your version of growing up in Bensenville? Were you close to your brothers and you guys all used to, pick on each other or your sisters or whatever? Like, was it that crazy at the house?
All right, so I was an only child.
Okay.
So still am, obviously.
Okay.
But I had a lot of close cousins. I had two cousins, my cousin Joanne and Jimmy, who lived down the street in Bensenville. So they were my brother and sister. I mean, we hung out all the time. We did everything together. And they taught me a lot of things too, because I was the youngest of the entire family. So I'm the baby of the whole family. So I got to watch everybody else
watch everything. But you started businesses when you were younger. Obviously, you're a worker because you had a lot of stuff. You just said you sold your car business and everything else that you might have been into. How did you get into this whole junk thing?
Well, with having all the different businesses and stuff over the years, and some of them being in the construction field, we found a need. About 2 years ago, we found a big need for our services. A lot of people were having a hard time finding people to help eliminate some of the stuff in their homes. They're moving, they sold their house, or sadly, parents pass away, and the kids are left with a home, and they don't know what to do with it sometimes. So we come in, we help them clean out the entire home and make it completely sellable or move-inable. So that's kind of why it started. When actually the idea really came when my mom passed, and we had to get rid of all the furniture at her house. And we saw how difficult it was to do all that. And I said to myself, this isn't going to be easy for people in the future. So I said, this is an opportunity. This is something that I want to do. And we kind of expanded it. We don't just do the furniture. Now we do full demolition. We rent dumpsters. Our demolition crew, we can do anything on the exterior. Like you were saying earlier, remove decks, remove pools, gazebos. But I mean, we go a step further. I mean, we do demolitions on bathrooms, taking them all down to the studs. We demolition kitchens. We go in and get it prepared for the builder. I save my customers money because the builder, if they charge you to demo, they're not giving you a discount on demolition. They're charging you the same price they're charging you to do finishing work. So we can come in at a lot less money and get it all set for the builder.
It's right, folks. It's called Dumpster Rescue, Junk Removal, and Dumpster Rental. Now, you go in there. Some people say they don't want the pool anymore. The pool gets old, breaks, or the gazebo. They want to build a new one. You want to get rid. And there you go, Jerry. Just put your thing up there for Dumpster Rescue, guys.
Thank you.
And you guys should definitely. The number is 630-735-8700. And it's a company you should call and talk to Frank because he can give you some good stuff here. For instance, now, what do you end up doing with the stuff that you end up pulling out of there? You end up selling it outright. Do you guys keep all that money that you get once you sell all that? Some of the owners get that stuff back. How does that work?
So if there's anything that's salvageable and in good condition, typically we donate it. And a lot of our customers like that we donate it. And we typically don't really resell much of the stuff. If we do, I kind of pass it along to my workers and stuff like that for odds and ends that they can use for their families or, make a couple bucks. And the rest, unfortunately, the rest of it goes into the landfill. We dump at transfer stations. So we do recycle. So if I get a load that's all drywall, I'll make sure it goes to the right landfill. We don't mix anything with our garbage. We don't put hazardous waste. We have, we keep a nice clean environment, and, we're trying to keep everything separate to, make it easier for the future.
Well, that's another thing you too, doing it for 30 years, other thing that you have been doing, and you work with your family. You said your son works with you and stuff. Now he's going away to college. That's kind of cool, man. And, you're working not only in the summer, but you're working all year round, correct?
We are. And sometimes we actually work more in the winter than we do in the summer, which is, it doesn't seem like it would be possible. But with a lot of the investors that we do work with that buy homes to rehab over the winter, we're the guys that go in and get these houses all ready for them to start rehabbing. So just this past winter, over Christmas into January, we had a 3-flat in Melrose Park that took us 5 full weeks of all of my guys there, because we had to take the 3-flat all the way down to the studs, and it was water damage, mold. It was the dirtiest job we ever had to do, but I mean, it kept us busy all the way through the holidays and through the new year.
Interesting stuff, Frank. Do you remember when you're pulling shit out, they want to throw it away? Do you ever say to yourself, "What the hell? Why are you throwing this stuff out?" To yourself, while you guys are dumping this stuff out? There's got to be stuff that you find sometime going, "Wow, this
Every
stuff
day.
is good," right? But people just want it
Almost
out.
every day.
They just want it gone. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Almost every day. It's got to be like that. Frank Marone is with us, folks. Dumpster rescue, junk removal, and dumpster rental. How does that work? You call, you put this dumpster, you bring it to their driveway, you drop it off. What do you get charged by the day? How does that work if someone wants to rent your dumpster rental?
So we have 2 options. We have a dumpster that we can roll off onto your driveway, or if you live in an association or have an HOA or just have a really nice driveway, then we also have dumpsters that are on trailers, just wheels like you would on your truck, and they never touch your driveway. And we leave them there. Typically, people want them for 3 days. So we leave it there, you load it, we come back, we pick it up. It's $450 total for the whole entire job, no matter how much weight you're putting in there for the most part. It's a simple program.
That's it.
That's it, buddy. 15 yards, and we'll get you about up to 18 yards. I just did a job yesterday in Addison, and there was 5,700 pounds that we loaded into one of the dumpsters. So I can tell you, they're pretty big. So for the money, it's good. I mean, it's a good value.
You can't beat that. $450, and that's fantastic. And you get it for 3 days, folks, like that. And you know what? There's a lot of people out there, older people, just like you're saying. And this stuff needs to be done. Do you do out-of-state work too? Do you go to Wisconsin or Indiana if they wanted you to drop off things, or is that not? That doesn't happen, or do you go out of state?
The only thing that we'll do out of state is if I have to take on a big project. To drop off a dumpster, it's just not financially sound. It's just too much travel time. The fuel cost will kill us. So we try to stay, we go Chicagoland area. But I was going to say, we go Chicagoland area. But like I said, we'll travel outside if need be. You call me up and say you have a project where you need me to take, some demolition, some stuff like that. We're there.
You're there for you. Lilia, how you doing? Yes, the number is 630-735-8700, Lilia. Lilia Marie, 630-735-8700. You can call Frank or private message me too, and I will send you his number. Let's see. Jerry Renda's asking Abesto siding.
We can't.
Am I pronouncing
we can't assist with that. It has to go to a special facility.
Okay, so Jerry, there you go. They can handle that as well. It sounded like something Greek. Anyway, whatever that was, yeah, there you go. So that's a lot of stuff now. You said, how many employees do you have at your company when you're doing this, Frank?
Okay, so under my belt, I have 4 guys, okay? But I have access to subs. So if we get into large things where I need to bring in additional, I can. But with my crew itself, we can handle 2 full trucks, 2 full jobs a day. So it's we move and shake. I have my crew is very efficient. They're very professional, but they're to the point. There's no messing around. They work.
Yeah, well, it's important, and I can see that. Now, when they want gazebos or decks, they want them gone because they don't want them anymore, or do they want them replaced? How does that, or do you even know? They even ask, I want to get rid of this deck. I want to get a brand new one. I need this old one gone. Or this pool broke down. It doesn't work anymore. The kids moved out. We don't need it. That's the same thing, right?
Well, yeah. And quite honestly, it's about a 50-50. Some people want it gone completely and never back. We just did a big deck tear out, but they're putting a new one in. And so we left all the footers in place, but took everything else out. And removed it so that when the new deck was coming in, everything was already gone, but we left their posts. Now another job wanted it completely gone. So then we dug down and took all the concrete posts out. So it's 50-50.
Well, you do a little bit of everything, Frank, which is great. Now, being self-employed like you are like that, how did you hit back in 2020 when you were whatever you were doing, when everything was closed down? Were you guys working? Because I couldn't people still going into their homes, or they said no? Because I asked this to everybody. What was your thought when you first found out about 2020 that, hey, COVID's here, we can't leave, my employees aren't working? What was your thought about the company's future and stuff like that, or and just yourself in general?
Well, it was a scary time. I mean, at first we were like, what are we going to do? But then, you go back to survival mode, I guess, is if you want to call it. So even through that time, there were people that still wanted us to take care of things, which we did. When we were in lockdown, we went back to all of the storage stuff that we had, and we just started listing it online. And we just started selling off anything and everything that we had that was accumulated from all these jobs. And we gave people really good deals, but we moved the stuff and we kept money moving and the workers kept getting paid.
And that's all that matters there, folks. Now, you said you might be trying to do some stuff in Florida. Do you do similar to this stuff in Florida as well?
So in Florida, similar, not really similar. What we do in Florida is my cousin has a company, and we got involved with building some new construction.
Okay.
So we did that when things were on the fly. Well, now that things are on the decline, the market for my business is very demanding out there. So we are going to consider putting a dumpster rescue in Florida because of the disaster that's still there. There's still a much need, and we're going to try and pull it off.
Yeah, Fort Myers, a lot of places up there are still struggling from the hurricanes and stuff. And it's crazy out there. But you know what? Every state can need something like this. And we're talking to Frank Marone, ladies and gentlemen. Dump rescue, junk removal, and dumpster rental. 630-735-8700. Make sure you call them and keep supporting local establishments. Frank, what did you mention of something about the Blue Raz? What was that? Now something that you got to go back.
The Blue Raz was
go back now, because
the
now
Blue Raz.
This is something that popped when you mentioned. I'm going, wait a minute. I remember something called the Blue Raz. Was it in a nightclub or a restaurant?
It was a nightclub restaurant, and you should know because you performed there about 5 times, buddy.
Okay, so do you remember what year that was?
It was a long time ago. Yeah, I mean,
my head is gone.
We were in the early 2000s back then, so that's probably why. You've played a million places since.
But I remember the name. What town was it in?
South Elgin.
South Elgin. And were you part owner of that?
I was the only owner.
Oh, you were the only owner. Okay, so there you go.
I built that club from scratch. I had built that club from scratch. And we had full dining, and I had 40 employees at that place.
Wow. So Frank, since you're dipping into everything, is the restaurant again in the future, or you want completely out of that organization?
Completely gone. Listen, I got out of it because my children were born, and I was working 100 hours a week. I mean, it was just, I didn't even see my son the first 2 years. I felt like, so I finally, that's why I sold it. My daughter was born, and I said, I can't do this now, not with 2.
Yeah. You know what? See, and there's people that come up to me. Do you remember when you did my wedding? And no, see some, all right, doing this 35 years. But when the name came up, Blue Raz, I knew it was something. I just don't remember where it was. And back then we were all a little, woo. Anyway, yes, back then. Yes. But anyway, Frank, I want to thank you for being on, brother. And you guys make sure all people out there spread the word. Dumpster Rescue, Junk Removal, and Dumpster Rental, 630-735-8700. You're in Medina, and my wife says, do you know a guy named Andy?
Which Andy?
He owns something. I don't know his last name. But
Oh,
I
ALM?
don't, yeah, I think that's it. What was that? Is that what kind of company is that?
Landscape.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
know Andy, I
Landscape.
know Andy well.
There you go. See, it's a small world. Okay, there you go. You tell him Laura Ocean says hello. Anyway, Frank Marone, ladies and gentlemen, check it out. Dumpster Rescue, Junk Removal, and Dumpster Rental, 630-735-8700. They will talk to you, and I appreciate it. And you have your friend Sari. Now, who is
That's
Sari?
my wife. That's my wife, Siri.
Oh, hello, Miss Marone. How are you doing, my dear? Hope you're doing well. And let's hope, Scott said the restaurant was on Randall Road. All right, thank you, Scott.
Yep.
He remembers that, the Blue Rash. Didn't I play there with Anthony Casano, too, on trumpet?
Yes, once. Yes, you did.
Once, yes. And I'm surprised you had us back after me and Anthony together. Yes. So anyway, thank you so much for your time, Frank. And hope to get maybe you and your wife come out and see us sometime. It would be nice to see you guys.
I would love to come see you. Take care, buddy.
You got
Thank
it,
you
Frank.
for having us on the show.
Thanks. So you have a great one, buddy. Frank Marone,
You too,
ladies
pal.
and gentlemen. Again, it's Dumpster Rescue, Junk Removal, and Dumpster Rental. One more time, the number is 630-735-8700. Guys, buy local, shop local, and Frank will take care of all your needs. Thanks a lot, Frank. You have a great day, my friend. It's Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things, folks, Monday through Friday at noon from 12 to 1. And you know how we're always trying to promote stuff and promote businesses. And this is a guy who busts his butt, tries to do what he can for you, and he will take care of you, man. You got to love it. You got to love it. And it's great to have these kind of organizations on, and it's important because that's what it's about. Another company we want to talk about is becoming your own bank. How about Imperialux? Imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, and making your dream retirement a reality with guaranteed lifetime income. Wendy Thompson and Craig Coughlin help you create personal pensions, grow your wealth, secure your legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future today. Give them a call at 630-890-1213 or book them on Calendly for a free consultation to start building the retirement you deserve. Call Wendy or Craig at Imperialux, 630-890-1213, and learn how to become your own bank. Boy, does everybody want to learn how to do that. It's Ocean's Pit. Tomorrow is Toxic Thursday. Carol Brandolino returns. Yeah, thank you, Scott, for that info. It was on Randall Road. I do remember it. All right, guys, how about this? Long-distance friendships are often just as strong or stronger than friendships with people who live nearby. I do have a couple people that live out of state. My buddy Donnie Biaggi, Donnie Drama. We don't see each other too often, but we talk at least or text each other once or twice a week. And it's kind of cool. There's a lot of people that have friends who don't live in the area, but you want to stay friends with. So I think it's pretty cool. It does make a lot of sense. All right, Charlie Merger, ladies, he's replying to Kathy Ippolito. Are you coming into town this weekend? Free burgers. There you go, Mr. General Provenzano. When I seen this quote, I kind of laughed, but smart men go broke three ways. How do smart men go broke three ways? This could be dumb men too, not just smart men. But if you think about this, liquor, women, and leverage, that's how they go broke. Smart men warn that even the smartest men can go broke if they fall for three traps. Liquor, you might as well put drugs in there too because that will destroy you. Ladies, yes, could destroy you. We all know that. And leverage. Mastering these temptations isn't just wisdom, it's survival in the world of wealth. Oh, thank you, Kenny from Algonquin, Illinois. Must have been through something himself to put something like this. I hope you didn't have to go through anything like that. My wife asked me to take me to one of those restaurants where they make food right in front of you. So I took her to Subway. Oh, that's something I'm sure is not going to go well. All right. Habits. We all have them, good and bad. You know that. Here's some that will kill you Bad habits that will slowly kill you. And we probably know them all already, but here's just some. Let's see. Overeating processed food increases cancer and health risk. Mhm. Poor posture causes back pain and nerve I'm horrible sometimes. People say when I walk, I slouch in my back all the time. That's something I have to work on. Not drinking enough water affects kidney functions and energy. We're going to skip right through that one, folks. Yeah. Ignoring mental health leads to burnout, anxiety, depression, something that's very important we need to look into. Drinking too much alcohol hurts liver, brain, and health. Hurts liver, brain, and heart health. Smoking damages nearly every organ and shortens life. Eating too much sugar leads to obesity, diabetes. Overusing screens strains eyes, disturbs sleep cycles. Sleeping too little, that's me. Skipping breakfast, I do eat breakfast. Sitting too much. Well, there's a bunch of stuff that I think we already knew. How about eating? I didn't realize this, folks. Eating wrong health tips. Don't cut off the leafy tops of the strawberries. You should eat them with the strawberry. I didn't know that. Always eat potatoes with the skin. It's packed with fiber, iron, and potassium. That I knew. Eat the skin on the potato. Number 7, don't store tomatoes in the fridge. They lose flavor. That I did not know. Eat watermelon alone. It digests faster solo. For you people like watermelon. Avoid blending berries for too long. Freeze your bananas for creamy, healthy dessert. Stop boiling broccoli. It loses nutrition. Soak your nuts overnight, folks, to unlock their full benefits. Soak your nuts overnight. We got salmon sperm and soaking our nuts overnight, folks. Yes. And last but not least, number 1, don't peel your apples. Most nutritious part of the apple is the skin. Absolutely. I eat an apple like that. I don't cut it up and do that. I eat it. Very, very important. This is a good one, right, Gina? This is a good one today. And then you got to, we're trying to laugh and good stories and fun. Then you get sickos like this. Kenneth Ray Cook allegedly sexually abused his daughter for over a decade, leading to the birth of 3 children. Cook faces 152 charges, including 149 charges of incest. Other charges include sexual abuse, sexual assault, and child neglect. This piece of garbage, having sex with his daughter, they have kids now. These people should be locked up. No trial, no nothing. Forget the lockup. That's it. Case closed. You touch kids, you're dead. Judge orders Ellen DeGeneres arrest after Twitch recording is played on the Diddy trial. Now, you hear a lot of this stuff, folks. Who was on hanging with Diddy, and there's these parties, after parties. Who's on Epstein's Island? I'm hoping we find out eventually, folks, but I just don't know, man. I just don't know if we're ever going to find something like that. Can care less who makes more money than me. As long as I make mine, I'm fine. I don't compete. I eat. Love that quote. Love that quote. Very, very important. I just love it. And this is we'll talk about this tomorrow. There's a couple other things tomorrow. Man paid $400 for a vet to check out his limping dog because the dog was limping. Now remember, he's a former vet. So he brought the dog into the vet. The owner goes, there's nothing wrong with the dog. You know what he found out, ladies and gentlemen? The dog was mimicking the owner because the owner has a limp. The dog was limping too. And you don't tell me, these dogs are very, very smart. I don't care what you say. A man in London spent $400 on a vet bill after noticing his dog, Billy, limping. Concerned something was wrong, he took Billy for an x-ray. Only to discover the dog was perfectly healthy. Billy was mimicking his owner's limp out of empathy for the man injured's leg. He felt bad for his owner, so he was limping too. That story just kills me. Makes me cry. It really does. Linda, how you doing? Welcome. Great food tips. I want your energy level, please. Mention your personal health tips. Linda, I don't have health tips, my dear. I smoke 4 cigars a day. I drink 2 or 3 drinks a day. And people ask me, Tony, what does your doctor say? My doctors are dead. So I need to work out a little bit. But I'm on the go. But Linda, thank you for that. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for joining us here at Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks. It's coming to the end of the hour, folks. And you know what time it is? It's birthdays for Wednesday, June 25th. I feel like it's Romper Room. Remember Romper Room when he had the glass? I see Billy. I see Joy. But anyway, this is cool. Here it is. Dolph Lundgren turned 67 years old. Joan Van Ark from Dynasties, 82 years old. Anne Murray, a Canadian goddess, great singer, 80 years old. Michael Gross from Family Ties is 78. Chet Atkins, great guitar player. Bob Vila, remember? This is your home. Fix it with Bob Vila, 79 years old. Sir Tom Jones, a great voice, 85 years old. Michael Anthony, former of Van Halen, and of course now with Sammy Hagar, celebrating the birthday. Pat Boone, 91 years old. Roger Daltrey of The Who, 81 years old. Lindsay Wagner, the Bionic Woman, 76. Joey Kramer, the drummer from Aerosmith. And last but not least, and wouldn't you know it, Jane Russell. Woo! Remember back in the 40s? Woo! She did the commercials for the bras. Woo! Jane Russell celebrating the birthday. That's right, folks. All right, so we got to go and forget. Now, tonight we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle, 7:30 with Double T Tony Toto. Thursday, Ocean's Rat Pack at the concert in the park for Burr Ridge, if it doesn't get rained out. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Saturday, we'll be at the Nation Grill event at Ace Hardware in Norwich. From 11 to 2, they're going to be barbecuing brats, hot dogs, burgers, all that good stuff, and great sales and deals at Ace Hardware. From 12 to 1, me and Jerry will be performing in the parking lot. And then at night, we'll be at Johnny's Kitchen and Tap in Glenview. Appreciate the laugh. I needed one. My doctor passed away too. Well, Linda, I'm sorry about that, but you can get another doctor. And you notice the doctors now, when they come to you, you look at them, they look like they're just like one of the assistants. The guy says, yeah, my doctor. He's 31 years old. He was my doctor. Or 26 years old, and he's a doctor. All the old doctors are retiring. That's right. Johnny's Kitchen and Tap, Saturday night, 7 o'clock in Glenview. This is Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things, folks. I was trying to, there was one thing I wrote here, and I wrote it too fast. I have no clue what it says. So hopefully I'll figure it out by tomorrow. Anyway, tomorrow is Toxic Thursday with Cara Brandolino. I want to thank Frank Marone, ladies and gentlemen, from Dumpster Rescue, Junk Removal, and Dumpster Rental. Give him a call at 630-735-8700 and tell him Tony O sent you. Guys, it's time for us to go. But let's not forget our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Buy a Blackstone Iron Forge 4-burner outdoor grill for $5.49 and get a stainless steel burger press kit for $6.99 value. It's free. As always, you purchase any grill with $3.99, comes with a free sauce, rub, or your choice, plus free assembly and delivery. Get a free $10 gift card when you purchase a $50 gift card. That's our good deals from our friends from Ace Hardware. Download the Ace Rewards app. Easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. We'll be back tomorrow with Toxic Thursday with Cara Brandolino. Guys, remember a couple things. Buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to everyone. It's not an easy world out there. And we all get offended. A small percent of this world is still getting offended. If the show offends you, or something you listen to on the radio offends you, or something you watch on TV offends you, turn it off. Change the channel. But remember one thing, folks. Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Be kind to one another. Seringo Star says peace and love. And we need that more than ever in this crazy world. Thank you guys for watching Ocean's Pit. Nick Sahajas, the piano man, is going to take us out. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody. Peace.
Oh, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony.